Alright, what is up YouTube? Welcome back to another Warframe Showcase video, the series where I, AG Gaming, break down a Warframe and her abilities individually with no mods. Um, and I showcase how they all are, and then later on during a live demonstration I'll showcase um, how they all synergize. Right now we're going to be going over Hyildren, and specifically I'm going to be using Hyildren Prime. And we're going to compare the stats right now, then go over the abilities, and then I'll showcase the abilities separately. And yeah. Oops, so starting off with Hyildren compared to Hyildren Prime. Where is she? She's over here. Okay, so the stats on Hyildren, compared to the Prime, Hyildren's base health is lower at 180 as to Hyildren Prime's 270. Her shields are lower at 1280, going up to 1380 on the Prime. Her armor stays the same at 315. She has no energy, mainly because her shields are her energy, so just keep that in mind. And her sprint speed goes up from 1 to 1.05, so she's a bit faster than her base, mm, but not that crazy. Going over her abilities, so essentially what she has is a passive. Her shield gate is a lot stronger, and when her shields are depleted, they're gone for like 3.5 seconds. She's invulnerable for 3.5 seconds, which is super cool. I personally never noticed it because I keep the shields up, but that's what I got to take from that. Um, Anyways, one thing to note before we move on to the abilities, all her abilities use her shields. There is a way of replenishing them all, but there's a certain like cycle to them. But just keep that in mind. So going over Balefire, Balefire are essentially exalted. Um, I don't want to say they're pistols, but they're a secondary category. And essentially, what you do, you charge them up, and when you lob the explosive at an enemy, it'll deal a certain amount of damage to enemies, and it does have a decent radius. Um, Pretty interesting. The more you charge it, the more shields it will drain, so just keep that in mind. Moving on to her second ability, Pillage, it is going to be how she keeps her shields up. So what she'll do is she'll cast a wave out, and the wave will keep spreading out, engulfing, not like encompassing enemies within it. Once you activate it again, all the enemies you've hit with that wave, a portion of their shields and armor will go to you, replenishing your shields. Um, Going on to Haven, which is a really fun ability. She is able to provide overshields for her team. She makes sort of like a shield aura, and she'll constantly supply them with shields. And if there are enemies close to friendlies that have shields, or if they get close to you, you can strip them of armor and shields and pass it on to your teammates. Really good support stuff. And going on to Aegis Storm, essentially what you see in here, she activates her jets. She'll start flying up, and she'll be able to use Balefire to rain down upon enemies. There is a synergy there, and I will show you how it is. But right now we're gonna go over the abilities individually. Okay. Okay. So let's go over Balefire. As you can see, she doesn't have any sort of shields, no energy. Oh, she has shields, no energy. So this is gonna be with nothing on. I have formed her once, but we'll go over my build in a bit. Going up against level 30 enemies using Balefire. This is what it looks like. You hold it, you fire it, and it consumes that amount of shields. And it's a really strong ability. Oh, I have this thing leveled up. I keep forgetting to do that. Let me unmod this real quick. Oh god, it's not even complete. Ugh. Fine. Yeah, so this is no mods on it. So there's that. Let me go knock out the rest of these enemies and spawn them again. Oh yeah. Let's spawn these guys up again. So this is gonna be an interesting one because I'm gonna show you this for a second. You're gonna see what I'm talking about when I say it releases on energy wave. I'm gonna look at this enemy over here. You can recast it if you wanna pull the shields and armor up back. It is gonna be how you're gonna wanna keep your shields up. And she does get like a massive amount of over shields. So here's a second. Pull it back. Goes up to 3,000 right now. See if I can do it again. If I can get more. Yeah, 3080 is the highest it'll go. Base. And that's what it looks like. It does take some energy to cast, but it's alright. Okay, so there's that. Going over the third ability. I would have to show you the ally stuff in like a public match, which we're probably gonna do mobile defense, but showing you the enemy effects would be here. See, so you're damaging them, you're draining the shields, their health, you're like messing them up. This is a fun ability to run at low levels. And as you can see, it's draining shields. By the way, energy replenishes shields with Hyildren. And then, showing off her fourth, she goes up. You can go up with you can go up with well, I go up with X on PlayStation, but let's see what's up. So yeah, so she's able to lift up enemies. What I forgot to mention, she's able to lift up enemies. Enemies that are lifted up, I believe, drop energy as well. Yeah, they drop energy for sure. It does drain a lot of shields fast, so just keep that in mind. And now we're gonna go into like the build portion of it. Okay, so once on this portion of the video, just remember, I don't believe in a meta. This is just to help guide you on how you should approach modding her. If you feel like you can do better, by all means, go ahead. I am not gonna judge you. This is just for beginners and intermediate players. I'll go on to my build on the live gameplay, and yeah. And so, seeing what I know of Hyildren now, how would I approach modding her? So normally you'd want to put like an energy mod for any other frame, but for her, because she has a lot of shields, you're gonna want to go with shields. So with that, I'm gonna tack on redirection. Let's see, what else can I put here? So for an aura, do I have anything with shields? Uh, I'll throw this on just cause. Okay, so what else would I want to go with her? As a beginner slash intermediate player. By the way, if you don't have any prime mods, just keep an eye out for Barrel. He will show up with some. Auras, you can get them from. You can get auras from the Nightwave if you keep an eye out for the crit for the shop. And yeah. See, so I want more shields. I want to get the most out of it. So I already have redirection on there. I'm gonna throw on some Vigor just to add more shields. What else can I do here? We don't need flow. I'm gonna throw on some stretch for the range. And throw on some transient fortitude. Now throw on some armor and that. And then... Oh, you... Nope, my bad. You don't want to do that. I'm dumb. This is beginner stuff. Alright, so... throw on some continuity for the duration. I'm gonna throw some intensify for strength. I'm gonna throw that on for some more... No, that's like late game stuff. We have stretch. I do want more strength. I think I'm pretty good with that for now. Um, hmm. We'll go with some more range and some more duration just cause. Yeah, that should be good for a beginner, kind of, or a new player. Basically, bumps everything up a little bit more. You have more range, more duration on your abilities. You even get more shields, so just keep that in mind. We're not gonna throw on arcanes because that's more like late game stuff. So we'll get into that later. So going on to the enemies now. Do I have all of them spawn in? We're gonna keep them level 30. Oh, forgot to mod out the gun. So this is classified as a secondary. Looking at the stats, the charge shot is what you're probably gonna be doing a lot. It looks like it's gonna be a status weapon. So what I would want to go with is, oh, I'm gonna throw on Hornet Strike, Broad Diffusion, Lethal Torrents. Um, let's see. So it deals electricity. So what I'm going to do here, right? Throw on some Pistol Pestilence for corrosive and throw on fire. Um, I'll throw this to force the corrosive. Yeah, because I want to go for armor stripping with this, right? That's what I would how I would approach it. So you're getting the corrosive um, proc, and you're gonna get the heat proc. And then so while that's done, I would throw in this just to add some more fire rate. The fire rate affects the charge time, so that's why I'm doing that. Plus some radiation wouldn't hurt. Hornet Strike, Barrel Diffusion, Lethal Torrents. What else can I add? I'll throw an Auger Pack for some more damage. That's what I'm going to use here. If you don't have set mods, by the way, these mods you can farm them. Some in Sirius, some in Fortuna, and some in Deimos. So yeah, we're going to go with that. And let's see how her abilities are scaled up compared to without the mods. Let's run off her Balefire. I'll fire a couple rounds. There you go. See, that's what you want to show right there. A lot more damage done to the enemies. More range on the explosion. Really good stuff. Not showing off her second ability, Pillage. Now it's up for like close to 3 seconds. And look, her overshields are now at 7,745, which is always fun. And you strip more shields. So I'm gonna do it again. Watch. Call them in. Just take a percentage of the shields and armor. Pretty cool stuff. And then showing off the third. This is what it looks like. Now you have them all hit. You're dealing 720 up from 400. And then showing off the fourth, which is really fun. This should be able to... Oh, I forgot to turn it off. Damn. The third ability on like low levels is dirty because you can mess up enemies. It's fun. Okay, do this. My third ability is off. Here is what the fourth looks like. We got everyone covered here. Really good stuff. And yeah, that's pretty much how that looks like. Base with the beginner mods. I'm gonna hop off, get on my ship, switch to my stuff, what I run, and then we're gonna do a mobile defense in public, and I'm gonna show you how it plays out with the allies and stuff, alright? I will catch you in the gameplay right about in 3, 2, 1, now. Alright, so before we get into gameplay, I do want to show you what I'm running. It's not complete, so I haven't like really had a chance to sit down and work on her. But here's what I'm running with right now. So I'm running Archon Stretch because he deals electric damage. I would throw an Archon Vitality, but I don't need health on any shields. So I'm running Shield Disruption, Redirection, Vigor. I'm running these Umbra mods for armor and strength. I'm running this for a bit more strength and this for a little bit of range. I'm not going to be stretching out too much about the duration because usually when we touch anything, they're going to die. So there's that. And I'm running with multi-augment for more strength, and I'm running with multi-efficiency for more duration. That should offset the transient fortitude, so there's that. Going on to my Bellfire. This is what I'm running. Once again, it's not complete. I'm running with something similar. I'm running with the fusion shot. I'm running with corrosive heat and more multi-shot. I still need a formula to work on it, but this is what I'm running with for now. It's what I've been running with, and there's that. And as far as my MOA goes, it's a certain person, but it's made around shields, so she should work just fine. Anyways, that should be it. I will catch you on the mission. Okay, so I decided to do a mobile defense in a...
This is a mobile defense mission. You must deliver
in a public lobby. Damn, that really happened.
while I break into the network. Be prepared for heavy resistance.
Yeah, we're gonna see how she synergizes all her abilities, how to keep them up.
I'm detecting a synthesis target. Use the synthesis scanner to track the creature.
You're almost always gonna want to have your third up to provide overshields to your team, and you're gonna want to keep hitting your second consistently so you can keep your shields up. I need to go catch this target.
There it is. Right for synthesis. Tame this creature so you may perform the synthesis I require.
This is your chance. Hack into that disabled ambulance.
You can also do this while you're flying. She used to not be able to do that. They changed it to make it to what she does now. Super cool.
Keep moving. This will only get more difficult. Get to a terminal and prepare for enemy resistance.
Oh yeah. Notice how everyone's shields are up as well.
That's it. You opened the relic. Finish your mission and we'll take a look inside.
I like it because she's like a sort of like a support tank type thing. Super cool. And the reason you want to keep spamming this also is to try and drain as much shields from your enemies as possible. Yeah, if you start seeing your shields aren't going up, what you gotta do is turn off your abilities. Oh my god, I messed them up. And I missed that. That's friendly.
Area completed. Move on.
Oh yo. I headshotted someone with that. Insane. Also, thing to note is her third also works on ow. It works on allies, like the defense targets and stuff.
My ambulance! What have they done to her? Fix this!
The odds were against us, Tenno, but we did it. Mission complete.
Also, what I like too is as you're gaining strength from multi augment, how much damage you deal with your third goes up, and it gets to a point where you can one-shot enemies to a certain level. Oh yeah. And yeah, that pretty much sums up how you're gonna play Hyildren. This is all about her third and her second. You can mod for her first and her fourth if you want to, but you're ooh, oh my god, I needed this. You're gonna wanna mod for duration, and you just run her third and second. Bellfire and Aegistorm are like useful in certain situations, but that's pretty much how she plays.
Another job.
Really fun
well
Warframe.
executed.
Highly recommend you check her out. And with that being said, if you made it to the end of the video, feel free to leave a like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think of Hyildren if she's your main, and I will catch you all later. with that being said, this is AG Gaming signing off, and hope you all have a good day. Peace.